you pour everything into your bloody crusade, and I know you too well to hope you'll ever change.
Give up, Batman. Give up, Alfred. I'm gonna give up, Batman.
Alfred, wait.
We're here with another part of Batman: The Enemy Within. This is gonna be episode 5, part 3. So the last one where we left off is we just got done with Joker and Batman fighting, and I'm guessing they both passed out. So yeah, with all that said, without further ado, we're just gonna get into episode 5, part 3. Hope you all enjoy. Where am I at? I think I'm in an ambulance. Yep. Gordon and Waller.
You too.
I think the circumstances allow. Gordon was telling me how you found me. Sounds like top-drawer detective work.
It was a team effort. Batman led the charge.
It's not easy to say this, but it looks like you saved my life. I guess that puts me in your debt.
Doesn't make you special, Waller. It certainly doesn't mean I like you.
Jim, would you mind giving us a minute? Batman and I have some unfinished business.
I'll go check on Joker's transfer, make sure they don't take any chances. Just try not to rip each other's heads off, okay? We can all play nice now that the bad guy's in cuffs.
I guess.
You don't have to worry. Our stalemate from the roof still stands. I'm pulling out of Gotham effective immediately.
Then why are we still talking?
Tiffany Fox. Riddler's death may have caused a lot of problems, but I won't make her pay for it. I'll leave that to the man who can't stand killing. I know you think I'm the devil, but I want you to understand. I didn't see things going down like this. I let the mission get out from under me. Never really regained a solid footing.
I know how you feel.
Well, look at that. You and me on the same page for once. I just came here to round up the Pact. Quick and easy.
And if Riddler led you to Sanctus, that would have been a bonus.
Listen. Everything I did for the greater good. To protect Gotham, to uphold the law, to make the world a safer place.
You're so full of it. You caused all of this. I've seen the file. The Pact would never have come to Gotham if you hadn't kept Lotus running.
Take a look in the goddamn mirror. I'm owning my part in this. But what about you? You act so high and mighty. At the end of the day, you're just a rich guy with all the toys beating up on lunatics.
I deal with criminals who threaten my city.
You're so far up your own ass, you can't see the truth. You're as nuts as any of them. Avesta had you pegged the minute she walked in your office. She started listing off your pals. All those friends of yours who went cuckoo. You didn't even flinch. Because you're one of them.
How do you think I catch them? I need to be to do what I do.
I'd have to agree. We're done here. Signal the withdrawal.
I'm not gonna miss her, that's for sure. So,
I know, Jim.
here we are, once again. Gotham's safe because of you. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it felt pretty good getting my hands dirty. Just like old times, huh? Truth is,
Yeah.
after I got ousted, I didn't know my place anymore. Turned into an old guy in civvies, lurking around crime scenes. Trying to stay useful.
We have to work together, Jim. Solve cases. Lock up the scum who terrorize our streets.
I'd like that.
So would I.
I gotta take this. Wife probably saw the news.
Yeah.
See you around, Batman. Don't be a stranger.
I'll try not to be Gordon. Mayor's office, 3:29 p.m. Is Selina here? Yep, it was her. Oh, no.
Tiffany, we need to talk.
Yeah, I figured.
You're hurt.
It's nothing. I saw you take much worse. Joker was going to cut Waller ear to ear. I had to create a distraction.
It was certainly distracting.
My confession. It took you by surprise, didn't it? I just couldn't keep it in anymore.
You know I don't condone killing. Not even scum like Riddler.
I've been dreading this moment. Especially since I learned who you are under that mask. I was afraid of what might happen if you found out. I guess I was hoping you never would.
Why didn't you talk to me sooner?
I wanted to work with you, to be part of your mission.
But you kept this from me. A murder.
I know. I'm sorry. I knew this would ruin everything.
You were right.
Riddler tore my family apart, Bruce. My mother hasn't left the house since the funeral. And Luke? He just lashes out. My father's death broke them. It broke all of us.
Yeah.
I won't ask for forgiveness. But I hope you can understand why I had to do it. I just felt so powerless. Like my life was crumbling around me. I had to do something to take back control. Please tell me you get that.
Nothing justifies taking a life. Not even a need for revenge.
I was hoping because we both loved my dad, you'd be more flexible.
That's not how it works.
So, where do we go from here? I suppose this puts me on your most wanted list, rather than us working together.
If you want to fill your father's shoes, you need to learn right from wrong. You need someone to teach you.
You're giving me a second chance?
Think of it more as a sentence. You'll have to work hard for your redemption.
I promise I won't let you down.
Then let's get started.
Yeah. Manor, 5:46 p.m. Hey, Al. Oh.
I was going to write a note, but I'm not a coward. At least I don't want to be. Not anymore. Then again, this won't be the first time I've found my courage in a single malt.
Courage for what?
Saying goodbye. I'm leaving, Bruce. It's time I went in search of better pastures.
You can't leave me, Alfred. I know things have been hard, but they'll get
Bruce,
better.
Please, don't try and stop me. My decision is already made. Your protestations, well, they won't make things any easier.
But why?
This war of ours is not what it was when we started. I no longer have the stomach for it. It's not sustainable. At least not for me.
So what, you're just gonna walk away? I thought you said you weren't a coward.
You know this isn't easy for me.
Easier than continuing to fight, apparently.
Our mission used to be so clear. Catch the criminals, lock them up.
Yeah.
Nothing is clear anymore. At least not to me. Now everything has become so gray.
Gray, talk to me, Alfred.
Please.
We used John Doe, exploited his friendship to get you into the pact. We took advantage of someone you met in an asylum, for God's sake. Someone clearly challenged with a proven tendency to violence.
Well, it worked, didn't it?
In a manner of speaking. You empowered John Doe, kept him close when you should have put him away, inspired him to become something far more dangerous than he ever was.
What's your point?
Sometimes it's as if Batman creates the evil he means to destroy. For all our good intentions, I fear we only make things worse. A dreadful thought, I know, but one that keeps me awake at night.
How many whiskeys is that, Alfred?
Not nearly enough. Anyone who comes into contact with us suffers. Lucius is gone. Tiffany has blood on her hands. I foolishly thought bringing her in might make things better. As if her enthusiasm might remind us how things were in the beginning. We put her in danger on her first day, dodging machine guns at a crime scene. The lives we touch are touched by pain. Friends, colleagues, innocents. No one is spared.
That's a price I'm willing to pay. In war, there are always casualties. But it doesn't mean you give up the fight.
I've served in my share of wars, Bruce. More even than you. There are some fights you cannot win. One thing is for certain, my tremors are gone.
That's great news, Al.
They stopped the minute I made the decision to go. I thought it was the kidnapping with Lady Arkham that caused them. Some kind of residual trauma. But I had it wrong. This sense of powerlessness I've been feeling, it came from something I saw in you. The tremors, the fainting spells, all of it.
Alfred, I'm so sorry. I've caused you so much pain.
No, please, don't misunderstand me. Let me explain. Your father was driven by an obsession, by a need to control. He rushed headlong into the darkness, thinking himself invincible, oblivious to the cost. Just like you.
Not like me. I chased that darkness away.
And yet, history is repeating itself. I'm more certain of that with every passing day.
Okay, maybe I am more like my father than I want to admit, but our paths are different.
Can't you see? The paths may diverge, but they end in the same place. Face down in an alley, shot in the dark by criminals in some godforsaken corner of Gotham. I won't be witness to that. I won't bury you, too. I stood by and did nothing while Thomas destroyed himself, along with everything he loved. I enabled him, like I'd been enabling you. Realizing this, I've never felt so helpless. I wanted things to be different for you, my boy. You deserved a better life than the one I gave you. I failed you, and for that I'm sorry.
We failed each other, Alfred. My obsession, my relentless effort to stop crime. I should have seen the harm it was causing you.
A father takes care of his son, Bruce. Guides him through the world. Not the other way around. Well, I don't want to miss my flight. There's always traffic around the airport. You don't have to do it, Bruce. There are other ways of doing good in the world. But you pour everything into your bloody crusade, and I know you too well to hope you'll ever change.
Give up, Batman. Give up, Alfred. I'm gonna give up, Batman.
Alfred, wait. Would you stay? If I promised things would be different.
Is that a promise you can keep?
Like you said, there are a lot of ways to help. I'm sure the city could use a man of my talent and resources.
Are you sure about this?
I'll do whatever it takes to keep our family together, Al. Even this. So please, tell me you'll stay.
Oh, maybe just one more night.
And that's the end. Episode 5. Same Stitch. Over the season, your relationships have been affected by your actions and decisions within the story. Evaluate choices. Evaluate your relationship choices. Your choices are ready. Harley Quinn.
You got that look in your eye, the kind that says you're trouble.
Agency S said, Harley Quinn, you and 0% of players told her you bring her to justice. Harley took cruel delight in getting you to say you were part of the pact in front of Tiffany. She loved the Bane was left behind at the convoy, Red allowing her to take control of the pact. Harley felt a momentarily sadness when you admitted your treachery, but still commended you to death. Harley was heartbroken when you convinced John to subdue her, thinking herself safe as an agency asset. She's daring you to try and bring her down. Amanda Waller.
Thunderbolt! I'm the whole goddamn hurricane!
Director of the agency, Amanda Waller. You and 40.2% of players remained in a stalemate with her. Waller was pleased that you endorsed her authority by interrogating Riddler's henchmen at the GCPD. She appreciated you reaching out to her after your first fight with Bane. Waller was beyond angry when you blew your cover with the pact. She declared you an enemy of the state for siding with Joker, John Joe. on the Gotham Bridge. Though your stalemate with Waller stands, she left Gotham as your enemy. Jim Gordon.
Gotham's safety is slipping out from under me and I can't stand it!
Partners, Jim Gordon. You and 59.6% of players accepted Gordon's apology. Gordon was humbled that you would trust him with your secret association with Lucius Fox. When you interrogated Eli behind his back, Gordon felt betrayed, declaring your partnership over. He was bitter that you were still relying on Waller to help you after Bane's initial attack. Gordon was disgusted that you sided with the criminal Catwoman instead of the law. He was grateful when you forgave him for losing his self-control and letting Waller get to him. Catwoman.
I weighed my options and what can I say? I don't like to lose.
NCS said Catwoman. You and 23.5% of players said you loved her, but didn't gain her release. After her return to Gotham, Selina has inherited by your assertion that people never change. She was touched you went against Gordon to warn her the GCPD was on her tail. She was honored to be invited into the Batman, your secret sanctum. Selina was horrified that Harley sentenced you to death when you blew your cover with the Pact. Though you love her, you made no deals to have Selina removed from Waller's task force. Tiffany Fox.
I won't let you down.
Protege Tiffany Fox. You and 80.6% of players took Tiffany under your wing. Tiffany felt betrayed when you admitted your involvement in Lucius' death. She was terrified when you admitted to being part of the Pact in her father's lab. After she realized you were working with the agency, she regretted calling the GCPD on you. She was at first confused, but then completely blown away when you told her you were Batman. Now Tiffany is repenting for the murder of Riddler under your watchful mentorship. Amanda Waller. Well, Amanda Avesta.
Aren't you?
Ku Wayne Enterprises. Amanda Avesta. You and 54.9% of players asked her to come work for you. Avesta was traumatized by Riddler's game and the loss of her hearing. She was thankful you let it slide when she admitted she revealed your secret identity to Waller. Avesta was intrigued that you trusted John Doe to find Harley after she escaped Sanctum. After helping you blackmail Waller, Avesta is hopeful about her new position at Wayne Enterprises.
If
Alfred
a man
Pennyworth.
hides in plain sight for that long, does he forget who he really is?
Family. Alfred Pennyworth. You and 36.3% of players gave up the mantle of Batman. After he watched the footage of Lucius' violent demise, Alfred was filled with vengeance. When you told Tiffany your secret, Alfred was relieved he no longer had to keep it from her. After collapsing in the Batcave, Alfred felt reassured when you agreed that he needed a vacation. He soon became gratefully concerned by Batman's continued influence on the vigilante Joker. When you decided to give up the cowl, Alfred became cautiously optimistic about your shared future. Joker.
We're two threads in the same stitch, bound together, even under strain.
Fallen friend, John Doe. You and 54% of players told Joker you were still friends. When he found you at Lucia's funeral, John was thrilled when you agreed to meet his friends. He was proud that he brought you into the pact, resulting in a successful raid on the agency convoy. John was shocked you blew your cover when Harley invited her wraith. After you trusted him in the funhouse, John devoted himself to helping you clean up Gotham. Joker thinks you're as crazy as he is for considering yourselves friends. Did you save Billy or Agent Harrison? You and 15.4% of players saved Agent Harrison, 14.5% of players hesitated during Bane's attack, 70% of players saved Billy. Did you take Tiffany into the field with you? You and 77.4% of players took Tiffany out into the field. Did you agree to hand over Joker to Waller? You and 31% of players agreed to hand over Joker to Waller. Did you give up the cowl so Alfred would stay? You and 36.63% of players told Alfred you would give up being Batman. Jeez. 5.7% of players refused to hear Alfred's last words. 58% of players chose never to give up being Batman. Which Joker did you defeat? You and 55.1% of players defeated Vigilante Joker. Photos collected. That's kind of funny. Arkham Asylum. John.
Visitor for John Doe.
Alright. Who is it?
Bruce!
Hey. Wow. Alright, so we are gonna end this part here. We finally finished the game. Both series. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So, that was pretty crazy. That whole game was pretty crazy. Especially that last scene. Yeah, and I gave up Batman for Alfred. And I didn't want to see him go. So yeah, with all that said, hit the subscribe button if you want to help me out, hit the notification bell to stay up to date, and hit the like button for this type of content. If you hit the like button, it also helps me out and gets the video out to more people. So yeah, with all that said, without further ado, we're just gonna end this series. And y'all have a great day, and goodbye.